Hi everyone, Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. You're in for a crazy video. I had a binding that I wanted to create, and of course that happened at dark o'clock, and the house was sleeping. And I've never let that stop me in the past, so it didn't stop me today. So I wrote out the instructions as I went, so you're going to be watching hands and reading instructions at the same time. So tighten your seatbelt. You're in for a bumpy ride. So the binding that I wanted to recreate is one that it's a binding on a journal that I gave to Rob for Father's Day, or our anniversary, or I think it was our anniversary. Anyway, you start. It's a 3-hole binding, but it's one piece of twine from start to finish, which is different for me. I have done the other 3-hole binding many times. So you start at the center hole of the first signature and you go out and then down to the bottom hole and in, and then up to the top hole and out and then back in. And then what you do with that is you slide that into, you kind of hook it, which you'll see, and then you slide it back out that hole and then into the hole of the next signature, so that it goes from signature to signature rather than tying it and then going on to the next signature. So the signatures are all connected with one string. Out, in, loop, and then between the cover and the next signature, and then pop up and then do the same thing. So hopefully on try 2 you will understand that a little bit better. So bit of a challenge. We've never walked away from a challenge. So let's not walk away from a challenge today. Okay? All right. I think that's it from me. I will do another little video. Some people have asked to see Hudson. Someone asked to see what book I used for the Frida book. I have some thank yous that I need to do shout outs. So I will do another quick little video in a few minutes. But until then, see you on the table. All right, this is what we're going to be playing with today. Very interesting video because people were sleeping. So you're in for a ride. But yeah, you get to meet Victoria in this video. You get to see how some fun pages are made. A different binding for me. Actually had to do it twice. I'm okay with that, of course. This is a lovely book cover, which I wanted to save. This was a book skeleton. Well, it wasn't a book skeleton, but I created a book skeleton. So, all right, let's play. All right, look at this beautiful book. All right, I gave Rob a journal for our anniversary, and I want to figure out how the binding was done. I'm going to come in with my X-Acto and remove all of these pages, being careful not to go through the back cover. If we go through the back cover, we'll just mend it, but it'd be nice not to do that. So see how that's coming apart, and then we'll just have the skeleton of the book. And it's actually coming out quite easy, right, until I say that. And there we go. Beautiful underpants for future adventures. And a gorgeous book skeleton. So I have an intention. I have that book skeleton. What I would like to do is make a fastener. This leather belt is pretty thick. We're going to see if we can make it work. That'll go on the back. And then some loop-de-loops on the front. We're just going to do it and see how it works. We'll cut it off right there. We'll see. If it doesn't work, we can always take it off. So what I'm imagining is this going here, that going down there, and then that will buckle closed. It'll be a bit large for the book at first, but once you embellish the pages and maybe alter the pages, I think that'll work. All right, I'm going to grab my E6000 and glue these down. We can always tear them off if they don't work, but I'm going to bring in my E6000, put some glue under that leather belt on both sides, and then put my my rice bag on it to hold it down, or maybe I'll have my sister sit on it. We shall see. She's right here helping me. My sister wants me to make sure that they're even. Whoever heard of such a folly? Well, it looks pretty straight to me. All right, we're going to let those dry. All right, I'm going to take my book skeleton outside, spray it with tacky glue, and glue some leather down into the book skeleton. Got to do it outside though. Okay, the leather is stuck down to the cover very nicely. I'm going to take a sharp pair of scissors and go around the book cover and cut the excess leather off. Okay, when I buckle this, the exterior part of the book is too wide. This part of the belt, I'm going to rip it out of the book. With the size of this buckle, I'm having to put the leather on the outside. I'm all sticky. We will clean that up later. I'm going to poke holes here and here and here and here and bring in my rivet gun. So first let me poke some holes here with my awl. I'm going to bring my drill in, make sure that hole's big enough for my rivet. It is. Get that through there. Install that rivet with my rivet gun. Just look on the other side. Good. That's going to go no place. All right, and I'll install another rivet here, here, and here. Hi everyone, Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. And this is my lovely assistant, my niece, Victoria.
Hi.
So Victoria's going to play in the kitchen with me today. We're going to be coffee staining some gorgeous watercolor pages. So we're going to bring the camera closer. I'm going to show, I'll just do a page or so and let Victoria play. And so you'll get to see her hands for a little while instead of mine. Does that work?
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. All right, we have 4 signatures that we're going to be playing with. Each signature has 3 pages of the watercolor. As we install it in the book, we might have 3 signatures of 4, but for right now we have 4 signatures of 3. Now what I've done, this is actually cold brew coffee from Trader Joe's, so you can just stir it up with some water. It doesn't have to be hot water. This is a small Fiesta cup, and for me it's just the right size. So you dip it in here and then you put it on your watercolor paper. My sister Jennifer is the one that folded all those for us. Here, I'll put the coffee on this side so we can see a little bit better. Then we'll set that aside to dry. Then after that dries, we'll do the other side as well. So, Victoria, you ready to play?
Yep.
Okie doke. I'm going to move my stuff. I'll be your lovely assistant, okay?
Well, thank you.
You are so welcome. A page for you.
Why, thank you.
You're so welcome.
Whole thing?
Yep. You can interlock.
Oops.
No, that's perfect. And for something a little bit different, pick your page up and give it a knock. There you go. Look at that. Show the camera. Beautiful. Nice drips.
All right.
That's gorgeous. Set it aside. Do another one.
It smells good.
Mm-hmm. Perfect after nap. Nice.
I want big splatters.
Go for it.
Not like yours.
Nice. Will you do one more for us?
Oh,
That'd be great.
it's gonna have some extra drips.
Oh, nice. Gorgeous. All right, we're going to let those dry, and then we're going to play on the rest of them, and we will bring them back on screen when we're done. Okay, so this is a journal that I gave to Rob for Father's Day. I love the binding here. I have to figure out how to do it. It starts here, and then it binds the book, and then it ends in the final one with a knot. So it goes through the whole thing one string at a time, so I have to figure out how to do that. So that's the challenge. Here are the beautiful coffee-stained watercolor pages. I'm going to bring my bone folder in and crease them strongly. I've thought about how many signatures we're going to make, and if I have an even number of signatures, like if I have 4 signatures, then the book will flop open to the middle, and I don't like that appearance. So we're going to either have 3 or 5, and I'm leaning towards the 3 signatures. While I'm doing this, I want to do a shout out to Mateo. Mateo sent me a beautiful message and commented on how he enjoys the fact that I do not have a clean play space. So it is true, because I play and make a mess, and then I have an idea or an intention, and I don't clean up my space. I keep working forward, and I love my messy space as well until it gets to a certain point where I can't find anything. And then, of course, I have to straighten the workspace. But until that point in time, my workspace gets tinier and tinier and tinier. And yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm going to go back to the cover. I worked and reworked the cover. So I have the belt hole part on the front, held on with rivets. The back part is held on with rivets. And this will go through here. And that holds the book about the right width. So that's good. Had this been a different book without the gorgeous front, I would have had the buckle on the front and brought the tail of the belt over that. But I wanted to maintain that beautiful cover. I want to add a little bit of color to the edges of the pages. This is a very fun makeup sponge I got from Shelly. Thank you, Shelly. I use that as my blending tool and add some green to the pages. Willy-nilly. There's like a sage green on the cover. Not exactly the same green. I'm okay with that. I'm going to go through all the pages and add color. Front and back. So, all right, I have the green on all of the pages. I'm bringing in my Wild Honey and a clean part of the makeup sponge. And I'm going to put some of that in the center of every page. All right, once I get these yummy pages all done, I'm going to take them back into the kitchen with a dish of water and the coffee cup, and I'm going to mark these pages with water. Okay, the house is awake. Yay! And here's our project for today. Beautiful book, beautiful binding, beautiful pages. This is ready to alter or be a journal or embellish or whatever the recipient is going to do with this fun book. All right, your turn. Go create, go play, go have fun.